When Miss Flora Louisa Shaw, on 8th January 1897, was giving Nigeria her name after the area around the Niger area. We were already existing as different nationalities within our domains. The Hausa city-states, the Igbo city-states, the Kanem Borno Empire, the Oyo Empire, the Ife Empire, the Benin Kingdom. The people had their system of government and governance. So, to cobble together such a people without giving them a say, as Lord Lugard did on the 1st of January 1914, when he brought together the northern and southern protectorates to form Nigeria and the Lagos colony. Together, that agreement was to last for 100 years, which expired on the 1st of January 2014. Can we not sit down to renegotiate our nationhood? We can believe in ourselves. That is the national question. That is why no one believes in Nigeria. Rather, Nigerians believe in their unions. Drive across on a Saturday or Sunday, you will see Joe Union, Esako Union, Birom Association, TV, Diaspora Union. The reason is that people believe more in their home state than a country called Nigeria. When you want me to fill a form, and after asking me for my name, and you further ask about my religion, then you ask about where I come from and the language I speak, you are already profiling me, not as a Nigerian, but as someone who comes from that enclave. And guess what? What you are going to get will be what they see there. So when I hear the Yorubas, some of them are still complaining today that they are being marginalized. I say, The Northerners, Hausa, Fulanis are complaining of marginalization right now. The Igbos, their case is well known, have always been on at the receiving end, being marginalized. Then I ask, what of myself, a minority, being a minority from a tiny village called Ijukwe near Agenebode in Esako, East Local Government Area? What do you want me to say? Because Abiola said the bigger the head, the bigger the headache. So my headache is bigger. So we are therefore going to look at some of the issues now, how we can solve this problem, which we have highlighted under the 1963 Republican Constitution. The British government used the British Order in Council, yanked it off and replaced it, and we therefore had the 1963 Republican Constitution. One of the best, arguably the best constitutions we have ever had in this country. Better than the 2022 Clifford Constitution, 1922 Clifford Constitution, 1946 Arthur Constitution, 1951 Macpherson Constitution, 1954 Little Constitution. That 1963 Constitution, to me, if you look at it, which brought about fiscal federalism for each state to grow, each region to grow according to its might. Western region, Eastern region, Northern region is where we have to think of going back to. That was why the late sage Obafemi Awolowo, who controlled the mono product of Western region, cocoa product, could impact heavily on his people, giving them free education at all levels. University of Ife. I'm an alumni of that university. You know there are 2 universities in Nigeria, sir. University of Ife and others. It's the brainchild of Awolowo, the Cocoa House Ibadan. See the tallest building in Ibadan till today. Liberty Stadium. The first television station in Africa, Western Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation, because he had access to his funds. There was no federal government. He was just paying 20% royalty to the federal government at the center. Then 30% was shared by all the regions, and then 50% for that region. The Ahmadu Bello, the Sardauna of Sokoto, was able to use the hide and skin, cotton, products of Northern region to build the Northern Nigeria Development Corporation, NNDC, the Amdala Hotel, the Yankari Game Reserve, the Arewa group of companies. They are still there till today. You all see them. Dr. Akanu Ibiam, Dr. Michael Okpala, using the monoproduct of palm oil in the east, was able to develop eastern region. The monuments are there: presidential hotels, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Transamadi Estate, the Cattle Ranch Obubro, the stadium, University of Nigeria Nsukka, because he had access to his funds. Out of Midwest region, which was created through the help of people like Dr. Dennis Osadebe, Oba Kenzwa II, Kensington Momo, Chief Anthony Nahoro, Jereti Mariri Okechebo, Umimiejo. They used their timber and plywood and rubber to develop all they wanted: the Ogeli Glass Factory, the Okpila Cement Factory, the University of Benin. So what has changed? That people who produce a product, you are saying they should be grateful for being given 30% of the product. Everybody goes to Abuja to go and share the national cake every month using commissioners for finance. But no one cares about how that national cake is baked. Is that how we are going to survive as a country? Using 80 to 85% for recurrent expenditure, no capital expenditure? Is that how we are going to grow?
The ones that our fathers created at the time that the British left was thrown away, and a group of military officers, not less than 50 officers, came together and wrote a constitution and imposed it on us. It is not working. Because it is not working, our country has thrown up all kinds of unbelievable issues that make it impossible for it to thrive. What has made it even worse is that we have no real democracy. The voice of the people has no relevance to the way we are governed. We have to all rise up and ensure that we rewrite our constitution. Right. And write a constitution which accords with our diversities. What our fathers wrote worked. I grew up in the first independence. The standard of my education was comparable to anywhere in the world. It is not the situation today. This bad structure has given up all kinds of things that we will deal with when we are talking about solution. And I think that by far the most important thing is that the country is broken. It doesn't have a structure. It doesn't, in law, we call it, our constitution is not attached on us. When a constitution is not attached on us, it is a constitution that does not have validity with the people. For a constitution which starts with we, the people of Nigeria, make this law, that constitution has to be subjected to a referendum, a vote by which the people accept it. Yes, we made it. Now, we don't have a constitution.
Thank you. What do you think the solution is? And how can we get to that solution, sir?
I would ask you to expand the minutes to everyone so that we don't just have a
No, everyone's going to get their 2 minutes. What I'm saying is it will go from you and go back to Yinka Odumaki.
I doubt if in 2 minutes we can make any reasonable impact on our thoughts.
Let's start, sir.
You can't talk about solution without saying what the problem is.
Yes.
Well, now we have a country that has no credible elections. So our process of recruiting leadership is faulty. This is the only country in the world where after an election, you are adjudicating court for 1 year. We have insecurity of the worst kind since we have ever been a country today. And we have an administration of security that gives no confidence to the ordinary man. You know, you can break any law in this country. People get away with murder here. In the last few weeks, the revelations in the National Assembly, whether they are NDCC or in NMPC, there are things people will go to jail for in any country of the world. And as I speak to you, it doesn't appear as if the government is doing anything about it. Now, we have declining resources. In any other country in the world, there would have been an emergency room now thinking about what do we do when oil ceases to be a source of wealth. We are not doing that. The rest of the world is doing that. Several companies are now indicating, several multinational companies are now indicating interest to move away from engines powered by oil.
We have poor education. When I went to school in the First Republic, I could compete with anybody in any university anywhere in the world. I went to university in Ibadan and I went to university in LSE. And I came tops in my class in LSE because of my foundation in Ibadan. It is not possible today. We have poor agricultural policies. We have poor infrastructure. Our country cannot sustain the load we take all over the place.
Hello, my people. Welcome back. Oh, I think you don't watch the video and hear within people talk concerning changing of constitution in this country. Though one thing is for sure, but I know shall say this constitution of within go fishing because of the way northern people they do. Northern people come against constitution during the 2021 where everybody come outside, come they talk say okay, make they change the constitution wey be say we dey use because the constitution wey be say we dey use na be the most koko of the issue wey be say we get. You know say okay, the constitution wey be say we dey use it dey benefit other people than other. That is why you see say okay, all these northern people they always come against changing of constitution every time we see many people come out to agitate for the changing of this constitution. You know that okay, this country wey be say we dey so it dey benefit many people than others. I be don talk am. It dey benefit them. That is why you say okay, this country no go fit ever unite. This country no go fit ever unite in the sense that you know, some people feel marginalized. Not only feel marginalized, so like some people are being marginalized politically. And this changing of constitution of it, wey be say okay, they always bring up anytime. Me they just forget about that one and talk about the thing wey be say go fit make this country elevate. If they no feel like change this constitution wey be say we dey use, wetin we want be say make this country just separate, make everyone go its separate way. Because if everyone go its own separate way, I think those one wey be say they go their separate way, they go know how they go take forge the new constitution wey be say they go fit give their self. Although we no get anything wey be say we don't talk much about this issue because we don't dey bring am, don't say wey be say we dey talk about this thing, but government and many other people that are benefiting from this thing wey be say we dey face, they no wan hear us. So this country should just divide for peace to reign. That is what we have to tell you guys. And for those of you that are hearing me now, if you have anything wey be say you want to talk concerning this matter, make it drop one for inside comment section. And also if today is your first time, please kindly like our video, share and also subscribe. Thank you.